You must remember Jacob, the boy who tricked his father Isaac into giving him the birthright that belonged to his twin brother Esau. Well, as you might imagine, Esau did not take it very well at all. In fact, their mother Rebekah heard Esau make a very dangerous promise.
Jacob, Esau has vowed to kill you. My son, you must escape. Go to Haran, to the land of my brother Laban. Stay with him until Esau forgets what you have done.
Yes, my son, go. While you are in Haran, maybe we'll find a wife from among Laban's daughters.
A fearful Jacob left immediately. He walked 500 miles to Haran, where he met his uncle Laban and fell headlong in love with his cousin Rachel. Strange rules and customs in Haran forced Jacob to work 7 years for the right to marry his true love. When the wedding day finally arrived, Laban had his servants prepare a lovely feast for the bride and groom and all their guests. The ceremony went very well, that is, until Jacob lifted the veil to kiss his bride.
Leah, what is this? Where's Rachel?
Oh, Jacob, I knew you would be disappointed. I am older, so my father said I must marry before my sister. I will be a good wife, I promise.
I know that you are a good woman, but I must get an immediate explanation from your father.
You tricked Isaac, now you see what it is like. But you're in luck. We have a custom that a man can have more than one wife here, so if you're willing to work another 7 years, you can marry Rachel too.
Jacob agreed. In fact, he married not 1 or 2 or 3, but 4 wives under this local rule. Together they had 12 sons and a daughter. It took 20 long years for Jacob to get back home. Along the way, he made up with his twin brother Esau. He even became the founder of a whole new nation thanks to the number of children he had. Jacob's name changed to Israel, but most of the time, his sons and wives just called him Dad. Want to find out how they're doing? Well, let's join our friend and his huge family at dinner.
This pizza looks really fresh. Did you bake this, Mother?
Yes, my son, I'm glad you liked it.
Sorry I'm late. I got to thinking about this great dream I had. Lost track of time.
I remember I once dreamed I was wrestling with a stranger. It made me toss and turn so much that when I woke up, my hip was out of joint. What was yours like?
Really? Wow, mine wasn't anywhere as near as violent as all that. I dreamed we brothers were tying up bundles of grain. Suddenly, my bundle stood up. Yours all gathered around and bowed down to mine.
And do you think that means you will rule over all of us one day? No way, my brother.
That didn't go so well. Let's try breakfast time.
Hey, King Joseph. Did you have another dream last night? Want to tell us about it?
Actually, I did have another dream. This time, the sun, moon, and 11 stars were bowing down to mine.
You've gone too far with this, Joseph. These stories are no longer amusing to me. Go to your tent.
Let's try again. It's a few days later. Joseph just turned 17. His father seems to have forgotten his anger. Let's join the family celebration.
Happy birthday, Joseph. I have a present for you.
That's nice. Thank you, Dad.
You bring me great joy because you remind me of your mother, Rachel. She was my only true love, you know. I am, therefore, presenting you with the special coat. It is the kind of coat worn by princes or other men of distinction. Wear it in good health, my son.
Whoa! It has every color of the rainbow. I look handsome. I look smart. I'm a walking work of art.
As you can tell, Joseph was really proud of that coat. He wore it everywhere. Did his brothers like it? Not so much. Even Jacob is catching on. While the other brothers, shepherds all, go out to the fields, Jacob has a talk with his son Joseph. Let's listen.
Your brothers have seemed upset ever since I gave you that coat. I'm beginning to think I haven't been fair. You've had time to get educated. You've learned to read and write. Yet all along, all I've given them is hard work to do. In fact, they've been out in the fields all day today. Would you please go check on them for me? And bring them this little treat. And be friendly when you see them, not proud and boastful.
Okay, I am sorry, Father.
Let's hear his brothers when they see Joseph coming.
Oh no, here comes the dreamer. I can tell from that coat he's wearing.
I have never liked him all that much, telling all those dreams and such, but now that coat, it's really got my goat.
What makes me truly mad is when he tells those dreams he's had.
The dreams of our dear brother are the decade's biggest yawn.
This talk of stars and golden sheaves is just a load of corn.
They're not the kind of thing we like to hear.
Right. Joseph and his dreams should simply disappear.
Not only is he tactless, he's also very dim. For there are 11 of us, and only one of him.
We could throw him into that pit over there.
No bloodshed, though. We should not harm a hair.
Fine. We won't harm him. Not today, but we'll definitely take that coat away.
Joseph's brothers tore off his colorful tunic and threw him into an empty pit. Then they sat down to have a meal. Looking up, they saw a caravan of traders with camels carrying herbs and spices on their way to Egypt.
What do we gain by leaving Joseph in the pit? Why not sell him to those traders? We can get money in the deal.
Yes, good idea.
Yes, good idea. Father, we found this gentleman on our way home. Isn't it Joseph's coat?
Oh no, it's covered in blood. My son must have been torn to shreds by a wild animal. Oh no. I'll mourn Joseph for the rest of my life.
Once the traders arrived in Egypt, they sold Joseph as a slave. He now belonged to a very rich Egyptian named Potiphar. Potiphar was an officer of the Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. Potiphar was so impressed with his hard work that he soon made Joseph his head servant. Everything was going well for Joseph. That is until one day when Potiphar's wife came along.
What is your name, young man? Are you the Joseph I had heard so much about?
Yes, ma'am.
I've heard so many good things from my husband, but my husband failed to mention how good looking you are.
Thank you. Did you need my services for anything?
Oh, I may think of something. For now, it's good just to be able to look at you.
Ma'am?
Yes, you are strong and handsome. My husband chose well.
Thank you, ma'am, but if you have no further need, I'll be going now.
What? Leaving so soon? How about a goodbye kiss?
What? No!
One little kiss wouldn't hurt.
No, your husband has treated me well. I can't do that to him.
You beast, how dare you ignore me?
Wife, are you okay? What has happened? I heard you scream. Are you okay?
I caught a new servant stealing from you. He ran off when he saw me coming, but I grabbed his coat. Do you recognize whose coat this is?
That coat belongs to Joseph. I can't believe he was dishonest. He seemed so good.
I am telling you the truth, though. He is a tricky Hebrew devil.
Don't cry, don't worry, my dear. Joseph will be punished.
Joseph was put in prison. The head guard treated him well, but time passed very slowly. One day, when Joseph had been there for several months, he saw a fellow prisoner who had been the Pharaoh's butler. This prisoner, who had become a kind of friend to Joseph, was looking very sad.
What is wrong, friend?
I had a strange dream. I don't know what it could mean.
God has given me the gift to interpret dreams. Tell me yours. Maybe I can help.
Well, in my dream, there was a vine with 3 branches. Suddenly, clusters of grapes appeared on the vine. I squeezed them into a wine cup and gave it to Pharaoh.
This is what your dream means. In 3 days, Pharaoh will take you out of jail and you will be his butler once more.
Oh, are you sure? That would be wonderful.
I'm sure because God is telling you this. Please tell Pharaoh about me when you are freed. Please tell him I have done nothing wrong and do not belong in prison.
What Joseph said came true. The butler was freed from jail in 3 days. He was amazed and happy. He had assured Joseph that he would tell Pharaoh about him, but it seems he forgot. Joseph heard nothing for 2 years. Then Pharaoh himself started having strange dreams.
Forgive me, sire, but you seem very worried. May I ask you concerns?
Thank you for asking. I had 2 dreams that concern me. I asked all the wise magicians in the kingdom, but they have been no help at all. I doubt there's anything you can do.
Pardon me, but in prison there was a young Hebrew slave. His name is Joseph. I told him a dream I had. He told the meaning. What he said came true. Perhaps he can help you too.
I will send for this, Joseph.
I'm honored to be called to you. Please tell me how I may serve.
I have heard you can hear a dream until its meaning.
It is not I, but God who interprets them. Please tell me about your dream.
I had 2 dreams. In the first, I saw 7 fat, healthy cows come up from the Nile. They gazed on green grass by the river. Then suddenly 7 ugly, skinny cows came up from the water and swallowed them. In the second dream, 7 healthy ears of corn grew on one stalk. But then 7 skinny and stickly ears of corn came up and swallowed them.
Both the Pharaoh's dreams have the same meaning. The 7 healthy cows and 7 healthy ears of corn are 7 years of rich harvests. After that, very little food will grow. The hunger will be so terrible that no one will remember the years of plenty. You must find a wise man to prepare for the famine. Save up food for the years of rich harvest so that Egypt will survive the years of hunger.
There is no one as wise as you. I will appoint you as that leader. You will be my second in command. Everyone in all of Egypt will obey you.
Back in Canaan, the future looked rough. Jacob's family were finding it tough.
The famine has caught us unprepared. We are thin. I'm getting scared.
Yes, Father, we are down to our last sheep, but in Egypt they've got corn and they've got meat.
So the brothers went to Egypt to ask for something to eat. Little did they realize, as they bowed before him, that this mighty prince of Egypt was their brother Joseph. Their brother's dream had come true.
Please hear us, sire. We have come from the land of Canaan, where people are starving. We have little, but we are willing to pay if you would give us some food.
You could be spies! These could be lies! Why should I believe you?
We are just 11 brothers, good men and true, though we know we count for nothing when standing next to you. Besides, honesty's our middle name.
I like the way you're talking, very sincere. Suddenly your tragic story gets me right here. All this tugging at my heartstrings seems justified. I'll give you what you have come for and lots more besides.
Joseph ordered his servants to give them sackloads of food. While they were getting the supplies, Joseph ran around to the back and planted a cup in young Benjamin's sack. When the brothers were ready to go, Joseph turned to them all and yelled,
"Stop, you robbers! Your number's up! One of you has got my cup!"
Servants started searching until one found the silver cup. It was in Benjamin's sack.
"Benjamin, you nasty youth! Your crime has shocked me to the core. Never in my whole career have I seen this before. Guards, lock him up in a cell."
Please, my lord, our father is very old. If we would return without Benjamin, his youngest, he will die of grief. Please take me as a slave instead, but allow the boy to return home.
Oh no, not he. Save him. Take me.
Joseph knew by this that his brothers now were honest men. The time had come to reunite with them all again.
I cannot keep this from you any longer. I'm your brother, Joseph. I have to be sure you are true to our father. I cannot trick you any longer. Do not blame yourselves for selling me into slavery. It was not you, but God who sent me here. It was to save many people from hunger. Please hurry back to my father. Bring him here where you can all live in comfort.
At first, Jacob did not believe his sons when they told him Joseph was still alive. But when they remembered his dreams, he was convinced. They prepared their wives, children, and servants and packed all their belongings for the journey. Jacob and his family settled in Egypt. He spent his final days with all his family together, even with Joseph. As years went on, the families had children, and their children grew up and had families of their own, just as God had promised. And that is how the Hebrew people came to live in Egypt.